In one of the busiest cities on Earth, millions of people walk the streets every single day, completely unaware of what lies beneath their feet. Not the famous subway system. Not the public underground pathways. But a hidden network of tunnels, some abandoned, some sealed, and some that officially shouldn't even exist. Urban explorers who managed to enter these tunnels have reported mysterious locked doors, forgotten train stations, secret government routes, and entire underground corridors that disappeared from official maps. The strangest part? Many of these tunnels were never meant for the public to know about. So tonight, we're going deep beneath New York City to uncover the hidden underground world that almost nobody talks about. Because once you see what's down there, you may never look at the city the same way again. The underground city beneath New York. When people think about underground New York, they usually imagine the massive New York City subway system. And that makes sense. With more than 470 stations and hundreds of miles of track, it's one of the largest subway systems in the world. But what most people don't realize is this. The subway is only a small part of what actually exists underground. Beneath the streets of New York City, there are layers of forgotten infrastructure built over more than a century. Hidden train lines. Abandoned stations. Maintenance tunnels. Secret utility corridors. And in some places, entire underground streets that most New Yorkers will never see. Some tunnels date back to the late 1800s, when the city was rapidly expanding and engineers began carving pathways beneath Manhattan for trains, steam pipes, water lines, and electrical systems. Over time, as the city kept growing, new tunnels were built on top of old ones, and older tunnels were sealed, abandoned, or simply forgotten. Today, experts believe there are hundreds of miles of underground passages beneath the city that don't appear on modern maps. And some of them lead to places that feel like time capsules frozen in history. For example, deep beneath the famous Waldorf Astoria, New York, there once existed a private underground train platform used by one of the most powerful families in American history. A platform so secret, most people never even knew it existed. And that's just the beginning. Because hidden deeper beneath the city is an abandoned subway station so beautiful that it looks more like an underground palace than a train stop. Yet today, it sits completely empty, dark, silent, and locked away from the public. The secret platform built for a president. Deep beneath the streets of New York City, hidden from the millions of commuters who travel through the subway every day, there is a train platform that was never meant for the public. A platform built for one man. The President of the United States. This mysterious underground station is known as Track 61, located beneath the famous Waldorf Astoria, New York. And for decades, most people had absolutely no idea it existed. The platform was secretly used by Franklin D. Roosevelt during the 1930s and 1940s. At the time, Roosevelt had lost the ability to walk because of polio, publicly showing that weakness was considered politically dangerous in that era. So the government came up with a secret solution. Instead of arriving through crowded train stations, Roosevelt's train would quietly enter a hidden tunnel beneath Manhattan and stop directly below the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. From there, an elevator built large enough for a limousine would lift the president and his car directly from the underground platform into the hotel garage. No crowds. No cameras. No questions. To the public, it looked like the president had simply arrived at the hotel like any other guest. But in reality, he had just traveled through one of the most secret routes beneath New York City. Even today, Track 61 still exists. The rails are still there. The platform is still hidden underground. And while it's no longer used for presidential visits, the tunnel remains one of the most mysterious parts of the underground city. But surprisingly, this isn't even the strangest hidden place beneath New York. Because not far away, buried beneath the tracks of the New York City subway, lies an abandoned station that many historians consider the most beautiful subway station ever built. A station filled with elegant arches, chandeliers, and intricate tilework. A place that once welcomed thousands of passengers every day. Until it was suddenly closed and sealed off. Today it sits in darkness, untouched for decades. And the reason it was abandoned is something very few people know. The forgotten underground palace, City Hall Station. Just a few blocks away from the bustling streets of New York City, there's a hidden underground station that looks nothing like the subway stations you're used to. Welcome to the City Hall Station, a station so elegant that it could be mistaken for a royal palace rather than a subway stop. When it opened in 1904, City Hall Station was the crown jewel of the New York City subway. Its ceilings are adorned with sweeping arches and vaulted skylights, while the walls boast intricate mosaics depicting New York's history. Even the chandeliers were made to glow like sunlight filtering underground. But despite its beauty, City Hall Station was closed in 1945. Why? The answer lies in modern transit planning. As newer, faster trains were introduced, their cars became too long for the curved platform. And since the station could no longer accommodate the growing subway system efficiently, it was abandoned overnight. Yet, even in abandonment, City Hall Station became a magnet for urban legends and secret explorers. Some of the tunnels connected to the station are still used by maintenance crews, but many passageways have been sealed off. Others lead to mysterious chambers that appear nowhere on official maps. Urban explorers have reported eerie discoveries. Forgotten mail chutes from the early 1900s that sent letters between stations. Sealed doorways leading to unknown corridors. Underground offices with rusting desks and filing cabinets. And even remnants of old secret tunnels that may have once been used by private companies or government agencies. What makes these tunnels even creepier is that most New Yorkers don't know they exist. You could walk for hours above them and never guess that beneath your feet lies a hidden labyrinth of history, secrets, and untold stories. Some historians believe that parts of these tunnels were repurposed during World War II to serve as emergency routes for government officials. Others say that rumors of hidden speakeasies and black market hubs still echo in these underground corridors. And while City Hall Station is now a sort of museum for special tours, the majority of the hidden tunnels under New York remain off-limits, shrouded in darkness, and almost forgotten. Brooklyn's hidden subway lines and secret government tunnels. Beneath the bustling borough of New York City, there's more than just abandoned stations. Some tunnels were never meant for passengers at all. Take Brooklyn, for example. Underneath the streets, there are secret subway spurs that were built decades ago but never officially opened. Engineers constructed these hidden tracks as part of ambitious plans to expand the subway network, but the expansions were either cancelled due to funding or deemed redundant as the city grew. These hidden lines are now dark, silent, and eerily intact. Some still hold old signals, rusted trains, and graffiti from explorers who risked getting caught. Walking through them feels like stepping into a time capsule frozen in the 1930s and 40s. But that's not all. Manhattan hides even darker secrets. Below the skyscrapers, some tunnels were secretly constructed by the government during the Cold War. Their purpose? To move officials, protect sensitive materials, and provide emergency escape routes in case of a national crisis. These government tunnels are shrouded in mystery. They are off-limits to the public. Not shown on any maps. Monitored by security agencies that still maintain them today. Urban explorers who have managed to sneak inside report strange, chilling details. Locked vaults with rusted, unmarked doors. Forgotten corridors stretching for miles beneath the city streets. Evidence of long-abandoned utilities, like gas pipes and electrical lines, that date back over a century. Odd symbols etched into walls, perhaps left by workers or agencies who once used these tunnels. One of the most mysterious reports comes from a tunnel beneath Lower Manhattan that supposedly connects directly to a federal building. Nobody has ever officially confirmed it, but legends persist that in an emergency, officials could disappear underground and emerge miles away, unseen. The thing about these tunnels is that they exist just out of reach of everyday life. They are a shadow network beneath the city, silently carrying the ghosts of a New York that no longer exists above ground. And while most people will never see them, the tunnels have stories to tell, stories of political secrets, forgotten infrastructure, and hidden lives. The shocking truth beneath New York City. After hundreds of years of construction, abandonment, and secrecy, the underground of New York City tells a story that most people will never know. From Track 61, where a president quietly traveled, to the palatial City Hall station, to the hidden spurs under Brooklyn, every tunnel, every corridor, and every sealed door holds a fragment of the city's secret history. But here's the most shocking part. Some tunnels may still be active today, not for trains, not for tourists, but for purposes the public may never fully understand. Former urban explorers report encountering unmarked doors guarded by security cameras that seem to lead to unknown facilities. Evidence of modern government infrastructure hidden beneath city streets. Tunnel sections that appear recently maintained, as if someone is still using them quietly. It raises a chilling question. How much of the underground city is really forgotten, and how much is hidden on purpose? Some historians and urban adventurers speculate that these tunnels served, and may still serve, as emergency passages, secret offices, or even covert transportation routes for people in power. The truth is, we may never know the full extent. But one thing is certain. If you ever walk through the streets of New York City again, remember this. Beneath your feet lies an entire world forgotten by time, a labyrinth of tunnels that whisper stories of power, secrecy, and history hidden in plain sight. So the next time you hear the rumble of a train below, pause for a moment. Because somewhere down there, in the dark, history is still alive, waiting for someone brave enough to uncover it. And that's the hidden side of New York City that nobody talks about.